Ever think you'd die from Australia's deadliest snakebite? Heart stop for 7 minutes in the wild red plains. Then wake after facing the 7 seals of the end times. I nearly bought it. And this tale'll make your hair stand on end. I'm Jack Dusty Callahan, 62, an old shearer living 200 clicks west of Alice Springs, where red dust coats everything, sun scorches your skin, and wind howls through dry scrub like a banshee. I'm no dreamer or God-fearer. My life's 300 scrawny sheep, a few 2 haze extra dry cans on Saturday nights at the nearest rundown pub, and a rusty tin shack by a creek that's been dry a decade. I've been alone since Mum died 20 years back from lung cancer. No wife, no kids, just 2 mangy kelpies and a couple of mates who'd swing by to swap smokes or yarn. But on March 7th, 2025, everything I thought I knew about life and death blew away like ash. It was a blistering day, 43 degrees, air so dry my lips split and bled. I drove the knackered Land Cruiser out to check fences a dozen clicks from camp, where the sheep kept busting through to Jimbo's paddock next door. A rough bloke but decent. I parked, grabbed a wrench and barbed wire, trudging through golden spinifex under the sun. I was daydreaming about a cold 2 haze in the esky back at the shack, not watching. Biggest mistake of my life. An eastern brown snake, Australia's. Deadliest coiled under a low bush struck my ankle like a whip crack. Pain seared like a knife and I yelled, "I'm stuffed," before hitting the red dirt, clutching the bite. In seconds, my leg went numb, cold sweat pouring out through the sun blazed overhead. I knew I was in deep. A brown snake's venom hits fast, clots your blood, stops your heart, and without anti-venom, in 30 minutes you're gone. Out here, the nearest clinic's 100 clicks away and my satellite phone's been flat since last week because I couldn't be bothered charging it. I clawed toward the ute, nails snapping in the dry dirt. Blood seeping from my mouth as I bit my lip to stay awake. My heart raced wild, then slowed like a motor running dry. I fell face first, dust caking my face hearing crows circle. Reckon they thought I'd be dinner soon. I muttered, "God, if you're real, don't let me die like a dog." I'd never prayed, just remembered Mum reading the Bible every night while I scoffed, "Quit wasting time on that nonsense." Now I just wanted someone to hear. God or devil, didn't care. My eyes blurred, the world shrinking to a pinprick of light in the dark. My head spun, limbs iced over. I felt my heart thump one last time, then nothing. I thought, done for. But right then I stood, not on red dirt but in a pitch-black frigid void. I looked down. My body sprawled there, purple, eyes wide, blood crusted around the bite, boots flipped in the dust. A crow landed, pecked my hand, but I felt zilch. I roared, "I ain't dead yet." But the shout melted into nothing. Then a sharp white light sliced the dark, yanking me like wind through the scrub. I heard a heartbeat, not my real one, but a drumming from afar, slow, steady. I thought, if I'm dead, how do I still know I'm Jack Callahan? A cold dread gripped me. I wasn't fully gone, but I wasn't alive like before either. Think a snake bites the final cut? Not yet. I saw the 7 seals of Revelation in near death, and it's wilder than any nightmare. Keep reading, don't miss a second. Dare to face the 7 seals of the apocalypse, where angels unroll judgment and me, a roughneck shearer, beg mercy before heaven's wrath. I plunged into a black void, not normal dark, but thick as bushfire smoke, swallowing all light. A rumbling shook the air, like the ground splitting in an Alice quake, trembling me though I had no body to shake. Sulfur and ash stung my nose, raw and choking. Where am I, hell? I tried running, but my feet were lead, black earth gripping like mud. I screamed, "Get me out of here!" But only a cold echo answered, like wind howling through empty. Scrub at midnight. Suddenly a blinding golden light flared ahead, hot as a summer noon. 7 angels emerged, towering, robes white and shimmering like dew on grass, each clutching a scroll sealed with 7 seals, straight out of Revelation 5:1. Mom used to read me as a kid. Their eyes weren't human, glowing, piercing, cutting, to every dark corner of my soul. I staggered back, heart pounding in a chest I didn't have. What the hell are you lot? The first angel broke the first seal. Thunder crashed, rattling everything, and a white horse charged from the light. Its rider gripped a bow, eyes blood red like fresh-killed lamb, growling, "Conquest!" I shook, tumbling, "Stay away!" It tore past, trailing scorching smoke up my nose. The second seal split. A red horse blazed out, rider swinging a long sword, blood dripping from steel, roaring, "War!" The ground beneath cracked wide, like drought-parched plains tearing apart, black smoke rising thick, choking me out. Third seal. A black horse rider with scales, voice low and cold, "Famine!" My sheep paddock flashed up, sheep dropping dead across red dust, bones poking through under blazing sun, their bleats echoing bleak. Fourth seal. A pale yellow horse, rider with a scythe, stinking of rot like a kangaroo carcass in the wild plains. "Death!" I yelled. "Stop it, I'm begging!" But their stony eyes swept over. No mercy. Fifth seal. The sky burned red like fire, thousands of souls screaming below, hands raised. When's judgment coming? I saw Mum's face in the crowd, sad eyes on me, like blaming me for ditching her. Sixth seal. The sun went black as bushfire smoke. Stars fell like hail. The ground quaked hard, spitting red fire from deep splits. I dropped, clawing black earth, thinking, this is Mum's end times I never bought. Seventh seal. Dead silence. No hooves, no cries, just an awful stillness, crushing me like before the biggest storm. A voice boomed from above, deep, as far off thunder. "Jack Callahan, what did you live for?" I hit my knees, slamming the ground, shaking like a lamb at the blade. My life played back, pub brawls over spilt beer, letting sheep starve in drought, cursing Mum, "Quit your Bible rubbish." I saw me ditch my sick old aunt, never visiting, just drinking tooheys till I forgot, smirking when the neighbor yapped about ghosts on the bush track. I roared, "I just wanted to scrape by, spare me." An angel raised the scroll, unrolling it, my name, Jack Dusty Callahan, scrawled in ink red as snake venom, next to sins I thought no one saw. I sobbed, "I don't want to go out like this." Then Mum's voice cut through, faint in the silence. "Jack, come back. God still loves you." I turned, saw her faint in golden light, hand out like when I was a kid. I bellowed, "Mum, pull me out of here." A hard jolt ripped me. From the dark, angels fading, replaced by a defibrillator, beep beep, and a rescuer. Heart's back, anti-venom now. Back after 7 minutes with no heartbeat. I'm not the roughneck Jack Callahan anymore. But can the 7 seals leave me be on these red dirt plains? My eyes flicked open, harsh sun stabbing through a rescue tarp, like needles in my head. I coughed hard, chest stabbing sharp, smelling antiseptic and red dust. A rescuer yelled, 7 minutes flatlined. How's he alive? I lay there gasping, staring at blue sky through a tarp slit, thinking, I'm back, but why? My leg was purple, wrapped tight from the bite, hands trembling as I touched it, like it wasn't mine anymore. I heard chopper blades. The Alice Springs rescue crew found me 'cause Jimbo called it in, spotting my ute hadn't moved. They shot me with anti-venom on the spot, shocked my heart 3 times to drag me back from the brink. 4 weeks in, hospital, my left leg's half useless, nerves fried by venom. Doc said, "You're lucky, a few more minutes and you'd be a goner." I hobbled back to my shack on a stick, staring at bony sheep under scorching sun, dust swirling through the scrub like wandering ghosts. I told myself, "You got a second go. Don't waste it like before." No mates dropped by. Pub blokes figured I'd kicked it. Only Mum's voice lingered, pulling me from those seals. I ditched the beer, tipped a slab of two-haze into the red dirt, watching it soak in like dried tears, though my hands shook for it. I dug out Mum's tattered Bible, flipping to Revelation 1. Silence in heaven, half an hour when the seventh seal opened. I shivered, that awful quiet flooding back, like the plains before a storm hits. I knelt on the shack floor, dust on my knees. God, I've been a mongrel, but I wanna make it right. I started changing, hauled water to my old aunt 5 clicks away, fixed Jimbo's fence despite the ache, taught local kids how to spot snakes in the bush so they wouldn't end up like me. I ain't a saint, still swear when the stick scrapes my hand, still snap when sheep bolt, but I'm scared of those seals returning, scared of that silence more than venom. One day I sat by the dry creek watching sheep chew burnt grass, thinking, I lived like a beast once, now I gotta live with a conscience. One night I sat outside the shack staring at stars blazing over the wild plains, opening the Bible to Revelation 21:4, "He'll wipe every tear." I whispered, I want that, but I gotta do better. I thought of Mum. She prayed for me every night, even when I laughed her off as superstitious. I told myself, Jack, you're back, don't let her down again. I thought of days just drinking, brawling, ignoring folks, and now I want to do something even small to make up for it. What about you? If the 7 seals cracked open before you, what did you say when the angels read your name off that scroll? I'm Jack Callahan, the shearer who nearly died under a snake's fangs in Australia's Red Heart. Share this tale. Drop a line. How'd you live if tomorrow's the last day? Don't let the 7 seals judge you like me. Change today before the sky goes silent for good.